You know, I got 98% of what I wanted. I'm pretty happy.
Just on the sequester impact and what's going on here, we sort of try to press within these numbers, and it's not entirely clear to me that they're captured yet here. We heard from the Defense Department, for example, that the first step of sequester, the impact would be temporary employees. About 46,000 would be dismissed. Again, it's not entirely clear to me that that's all reflected in here just yet. There's a lag time on some of the reporting from the Department of Defense, so we haven't yet seen a sequester impact, and that's important to remember. And obviously, with the private employees who might be affected by that, the private sector jobs, again, it's not clear that there's any sequester impact here, but the suggestion is from a range of federal agencies that's coming. But as Diane pointed out, it's going to be furloughs. It's not going to necessarily show up in these jobless numbers, but it's going to have an impact on the economy. You've got a whole host of federal employees who, if, again, the furloughs take effect, they're going to lose a fifth of their paycheck. That's got to take a toll eventually, depending on the total number, and that's, of course, still debatable here in Washington.
Go ahead. I just wanted to underscore on that what Peter's point is, you know, the lag effect, but also the layoffs that do come from it in the private sector. The government is going to be doing furloughs to mute the effects, and it will hit incomes quite dramatically and be very hard in the states of Virginia, Maryland, Texas, California, and the district itself of Washington, D.C. That's where the hardest hits are. But I do think it's important to note the spillover, as Peter noted, on contractors. They're not able to do furloughs as easily, and we're going to see spillover in the private sector, and we could easily see 50 to 75,000 job losses a month as we move into sort of May, June, if the sequester is not dealt with. And that would take this job number right back down to the subpar pace that we've been seeing and get us, you know, going in the other direction on unemployment rate, not maybe bringing it down, but pushing it back up again, or at least keeping it steady, which is not acceptable.